Allegedly. Girl, I don't know this to be true, but this is what the streets say. Hey y'all, so today wanted to do like my everyday makeup routine that I usually do. So we're just doing an updated everyday soft glam makeup routine. So I'm gonna start by doing my eyebrows, and I'm just using Old Faithful Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade dark brown. So I just want to know, what are y'all thoughts on Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist getting engaged? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I seen that post on the shade room, I quite literally rolled my eyes. Like, I don't think I've ever rolled my eyes as hard as I rolled my eyes when I seen this shit. It's like when somebody gets engaged, when your homegirl gets engaged, somebody you know gets engaged, you want to be happy for them, you know what I'm saying? You want to feel like you can celebrate, you want to feel like you can be excited, but it's just like, I feel like we all collectively was like,
oh my god, my Shayla. My Shayla.
Like a deep sigh of disappointment all at the same time collectively. And I get it. A nigga back you into a corner and propose to you in front of a bunch of people on stage. What can you do? You know what I'm saying? She could have embarrassed him like he been embarrassed to her, but that wasn't gonna happen. If she was about that life, she would have been about that life. She wasn't gonna do that. But it's like, damn, it's like you can't even be happy because you just feel disappointed. It's like that homegirl that get engaged to that dude that you don't like, the one that you know is bad for her. You as happy as you possibly can be considering the circumstances. Mariah love it over there. And I'll come to that conclusion too. She love it over there. So what's the point in us being in an uproar about it? I guess we all better get with the program. I like this for the simple fact of there are so many people in these same predicaments that are married or have gotten engaged that you know nothing about. You were happy for them, you were clapping for them, you were looking at them in awe, you were looking at them in, I don't want to say jealousy, but like envy or wanting the same thing too. You have no idea that she a Mariah the Scientist too. You just don't know about the shit she went through. She is a Mariah the Scientist too, girl. You just don't know her business. And I feel like this is a perfect lesson to help everybody realize, damn, how many more women or people or couples do we know that are in the same predicament, and we're looking at them like, oh my god, I can't wait till that's me one day, oh my god, I want that, and not realizing that they're Mariah the Scientist and Young Thug behind closed doors. Just because they're doing it, now you feel like, oh, I'm supposed to be married or I'm supposed to be engaged, because little do you know that lady be getting hit all upside her head, or he done had 20-30 babies on her, he done cheated on her so many times, or he be, you know, doing all type of crazy stuff behind closed doors. You quite literally never know. Social media is the one place where you always gonna see the pretty shit. You're never gonna really know the bad stuff. They're only gonna show you the parts that you would envy, the parts that you would be jealous of. And so I just feel like this is the perfect time to keep your mental in check, because little do you know, the other lady you be looking at on social media who have the life that you think you want be going through the same things. She just don't talk about it, or it's just not public. And there's gonna be some people that's just like, well, marriage is a beautiful thing. Marriage is something to be celebrated. It's something to be this. Child, I was raised in a toxic household, and those two people were married. So, bitch, I ain't never thought like that. Maybe that's why I am the way that I am about marriage and all that to begin with, because, bitch, I lived in the scam. So, yeah, I don't know. So, I just used this, Bobbi Brown concealer in the shade Warm Almond all over my eyelid to prime my eyes for some eyeshadow. And then I'm just taking this other fluffy brush and just making sure it's all over my eyelids and blend it out. So I'm going to take the Easy Bake by Huda Beauty in the shade Cinnamon Bun. I'm going to set my eyelids. But anyways, y'all, the things that have been going on social media are so fucking like wild and crazy. I just wanted to talk about that because I wanted to get the girls' opinions, you know what I'm saying? I'm using the Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette, and I'm going to go into this brown shade here. Oh my god. So she also has a I don't know if you call it a partnership, sponsorship, or an ad or whatever the fuck with Urban Decay. The comments are like, y'all are so unhinged in the comments. People are like, please Mariah, not right now. Like, girl, now is not the time. And then in the ad, she's like being a scientist in the ad, and somebody's like, girl, you do not need to be calling yourself a scientist. And I'm just like, damn, social media is not gonna let you make it. That's the one thing I love about social media. You're gonna have a good laugh, okay? Everybody is equally not fucking serious about life, and I love it. But they was in the comments letting her have it, talking about, girl, why would you agree to marry that man? They were saying that that promo is like a distraction from what's going on because she know her fan base is pissed. What would y'all expecting her to do? Like, the man proposed in front of a whole bunch of people, and that's another thing I want to talk about. Men proposing in a moment that's supposed to be about you. I don't like that shit. And it's not because some people were saying like it's like lazy of the man to do that, and I see that part too, because it's like, okay, well, instead of me planning something and getting a hold of her family and my family and getting everybody together, let me just use a day when all those people are already going to be present. It is kind of lazy, I do get that, but there's another part of me that sees that shit as like somebody trying to steal your spotlight. I just see it as a man trying to overshadow what you already have going on. A man can't handle you being in the spotlight, so he needs to do something to bring the attention back to him. He turned the moment that was supposed to be about you into a moment about y'all. That's how I see it, okay? And I'm just going into this oldie but goodie, the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and I'm just using this shade right here. But that's how I see it. I see it as a man taking the shine away from you. I even heard a girl say out her mouth, I told you not to do this at my graduation. I said, I know that's right. I'm going back into this Juvia's Place palette in the shade, I don't know what it's called, but it's the one. And I'm just using this to kind of like smoke out the outer corners of my eye. Not too much, just real light. You got a lot of people here celebrating you and, you know, wanting to see you, and then here he come. You know, Diddy bopping all in the video type shit. Like, you know, I don't like it. Okay, so now I'm going to take that same brush that I used for the brown, and I'm gonna go take a little bit more of the brown and blend that out so it's not so harsh looking. The shade called Ounce. Doing that to highlight my brow bone a little bit more, and then going back in with the other brush to make sure that it's blended out so it doesn't look too, you know, crazy. So now we are finna do a cute little wing liner. Sorry y'all, I cannot talk while I am doing liner. So that is what has been going on in these TikTok streams. Did y'all see the TikTok with that lady going to, I think it was Taco Bell? Going to Taco Bell, and that girl did not want to give her change. I don't know if Taco Bell is running low on funds. Maybe they have just resorted to stealing from their customers. Girl, I don't fucking know. I don't know what was going on. Because sometimes if you've ever worked customer service or at a restaurant or something, sometimes the register be low and they can't give you no change because they literally don't have it. But she didn't say that. She literally did not say that at first. She just gave the lady her change, and it wasn't until the lady counted the change that she realized, bitch,
wait a minute, what's this? This ain't enough.
This not enough. And so she tell the girl like this not my change, like where's the rest of my change? And the girl's like, oh, we don't have she's saying basically we ain't got no money right now. She's like, you ain't got no dimes, no nickels, no pennies. Like, what you mean? And the girl says, no, all we got is cents. What? She said, no, all we got is cents. Bitch, what do that mean? Because that's quite literally what she's asking for, is the cents, the dollars and the cents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand that. And so she was like, well, can I at least get like, we can get closer to 70, because I guess her change was like 75 cents or something like that. I don't know what the change was. I don't know how much she needed. Girl, the girl gonna go back there and bring her back 1 nickel. I'm using this Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, and I don't know what the shade on this is, sorry. But the girl brings her back the nickel, and she's like, bitch, I know it had to be more than this back there. Like, you can at least give me like another nickel, 2 more nickels. And she like, girl, what you gonna do with 5 cents?
You done lost your damn mind.
Bitch, what? What are you talking about? What I'm gonna do with 5 cents? Bitch, it's my 5 cents to do something with or not do something with. Bitch, what are you talking about? I could not believe that lady actually said that. I thought that was so crazy. The first thing that came to my mind is, how many other places are doing this? I'm gonna go under my eyes with this Bobbi Brown concealer and warm almond. I rarely pay with cash anywhere, to be quite honest, but I'm thinking in my mind, how many people don't count the change? I mean, I count the dollars when I get my change, but I rarely ever count the actual change. I just throw that shit in my cup holder and keep it moving. How many times have we like been shorted our change and didn't even know because we ain't checked? And I guess that's what I'm thinking that she was counting on, that the girl was like gonna throw it in the cup holder like most people do and just keep it moving. Are these corporations just bold-faced stealing from us at this point, knowing that we're more than likely not gonna count the change? Are they out here pocketing an extra 75 cents off of each transaction? Like, what is going on? While I let this concealer sit, I'm gonna go in with this Fenty Matchstick in the shade Espresso. I thought that was wild crazy, because yeah, what do you mean? Now I want to know, how many times have I been shorted on my change? Because I promise you, I'm not the type to count it. I'm guessing that a lot of people don't count that. I wonder if she normally count that. Gonna hand her that 1 nickel. Here you go, queen. Bitch, don't fucking play with me. Don't fucking play with me. So now I'm just blending out my contour, which is like bronzer / contour type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Blending it back up into my hairline.
Wait, Brene and that other lady's man are now getting divorced and they lied in court?
Y'all, is that true? Is Tim and Brene getting divorced? How old is this? Let me see. Because sometimes TikTok, it be an old TikTok. You gotta check the date. Nah, I said he just posted this. Child, is Tim and Brene getting a divorce? Listen, I don't know if that's true or not, if they actually are getting divorced, but if they are, that is wild crazy. And then you have a how many millions of dollar judgment for a nigga you not gonna keep? Oh no. For that alone, it's till death do us part. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? It's till death do us part or till you pay off this judgment? But y'all want to know what else I seen on social media that was quite literally outrageous? Why did Ice Spice have that shit on going to the SpongeBob movie premiere thing with them kids? Ice Spice was quite literally in lingerie to a kids event. It's like, I get it. Trust me, hot girl, I understand. I'm here with you. I really am. But it's just a time and a place for everything. No, there's no reason why you should have had that on around them people kids. Like,
how was you cool? Y'all acting real slow right now and it's pissing me off.
It's like, sure, you can have a team, sure you can have stylists, sure you can have people that pick your looks for you, but where do you have the integrity on your own behalf to be like, y'all not finna have me out here looking crazy like that? Wearing lingerie around some kids is just some shit that I'm quite literally not finna do. When do you say that? Because I felt like I seen people like blaming her team or talking about the team you have is like out to get you or out to ruin you. It's like, bitch, it's nobody in the world that can want to ruin me that bad that I'm not gonna protect my own damn self. I don't care what type of team you got. It don't never get that bad. It just doesn't. Had on actual lingerie, and this brings me back to the whole Ari situation and what she had on being actual lingerie. We are in the era of women wearing lingerie outside. Do I disagree with it or agree with it? I quite literally don't have an opinion on it until it becomes an inappropriate time and place. If you got grown clothes on, grown people clothes on to go do grown people things, girl, you ain't gonna hear me say nothing about it. I'm sure you can find pictures of me wearing some crazy shit or having my booty cheeks out, wearing a small top or something like that, but I was in a place where grown people be doing grown people things. Now, I have been in a bikini at like my niece's birthday party. Okay, my niece was turning like 1 year old, but it was a pool there. It was a pool there and we was in the pool. We were actually in the pool. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I would have wore that shit and it was not a pool party, it was like a bowling party, and I got on a fucking bikini top and my ass is out and I just cover it over with a sheer fucking, a sheer one piece over top of it. Yeah, bitch, y'all can call me out because what the fuck do I got going on? And I feel like we be putting too much on people's teams and wanting them to be the person that keeps somebody in line. These are grown fucking people we talking about. Ice Spice is a grown ass woman. And I just want to know what would possess her to wear that shit to a SpongeBob premiere. You know where you're going. And to plan your outfit ahead of time, to pick what you're gonna wear ahead of time, and that's what you picked.
I'm not fucking doing this, bro.
What is happening? The only thing that I could think that she was doing that for is because we haven't been talking about her. I'm finna set my under eye with the Easy Bake and cinnamon bun. Y'all know in the Hollywood world, they believe what they say, all publicity is good publicity. Y'all, they really believe that. They quite literally actually believe that. So only thing I could think is we have not been talking about Ice Spice. Ice Spice have not done anything earth-shattering, groundbreaking. I don't know when the last time we done talked about Ice Spice. So if you was trying to get your name out there and get us to talk about you and make you the topic of discussion, bitch, you won. If that was the goal, mission accomplished. You feel me? And Ice Spice's whole aesthetic, she could have killed that. You know, SpongeBob wore the little the collar t-shirt with the red tie and then the brown pants. You could have went schoolgirl with it, which is your aesthetic. The little skirt, a cute little plaid skirt, put a white button down on and had you a red tie. Like, you really could have rocked that shit. But to do that, it make me think you wanted us to talk about it because ain't nobody been talking about you. So I get it. Now I'm finna set my face with this Chanel pressed powder. Sometimes there has to be a limit though. It has to be a limit on what you'll do to get people to talk about you. For blush, NARS Orgasm. And put this at the highest points of our cheekbones. I love this blush too. Normally I do the Pat McGrath Paradise Venus, which is like my favorite. This is one of my other favorites because I love a buildable blush that does not smack you in the face as soon as you put it on, but allows you to like get to where you want it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, something else I seen on social media was that Natori was left out of like the Cheetah Girls movie. They didn't even include her, and I just want to know, like, why the fuck do they always be doing that girl like that? I be trying, like, people be trying to say that colorism is not a thing and colorism doesn't exist. I feel like that lady is the perfect example of yes the fuck it does. I don't want to, like, you know, social media can get real crazy with the destiny swapping and all those other things, but sometimes people do try to treat you a certain type of way so you don't feel like you are who you know you are. That's what I'm gonna say about that, because that's exactly what I get from that, is them trying to play in her face so she doesn't feel like the person that she knows she is. You gotta watch people who do shit like that. You got to. I want to know if I went too crazy with the blush. I went it out, but I thought that was wild crazy, and the way she handles things is always so graceful and so humble and basically not stooping down to a bitch level. But they really be playing with her and have been playing with her for years, which is the crazy part. They've been trying, sis. This is a Sephora setting spray, and yes, I do use a lot of it because I be wanting them powders to give skin. So while that's drying down, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Smoky Cold Liner under my eyes. But something else I seen on social media was Kamala Harris doing an interview. They were asking her, why didn't the Biden administration release the Epstein files? I feel like her answer made all the sense in the world. She basically was saying that, like, when it was the Biden administration, every sector of the government was doing its own job. It wasn't like now where the presidency is trying to overhaul and take over everything and maneuver everything. Everybody has its own job and its own power within each organization to do its job. So she was like, basically, we left that shit up to the Department of Justice because that's the Department of Justice's job. They weren't going to use that for personal vendettas, for political gain. If the Department of Justice, whose job it is to prosecute criminals, felt like there were some criminals that needed to be prosecuted or some documents that needed to be released, they had the power to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? I think this administration and the way Trump has basically like made a mockery of the presidency and how to have some decorum, child. It make everybody think that the presidency have all total power and can do whatever they want, when that's just not the fucking reality. And every administration before that showed you that that was not the truth. You couldn't do what the fuck you wanted to do just because you was the president. The shit don't work like that. Our government is not set up like that. So for them to keep bringing up the Biden administration didn't release the files, the Biden administration, the Department of Justice, that's who name you need to be saying, the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice. Why didn't the Department of Justice, whose job it is to literally prosecute people and bring justice, why the fuck didn't they feel the need to release the Epstein files? It's not the president's job to prosecute criminals. You have a section of government for that. I'm just going in with this Wet n Wild's liner in Summer Brown now. I feel like when you're the president, to constantly be hollering about the last nigga is crazy. And then Obama be catching strays all fucking day long. The nigga ain't been president in how long? It's like, nigga, if you can't do the job, just say you can't do the job. So I'm going in with this MAC Locked Kiss ink in the shade Bodacious. And this is really just like the same as my skin tone, basically, child. It looks very similar to my actual lips. Then I'm gonna go in with the MAC Oyster Girl on top of that. But another thing that was like blowing my mind is, I don't know if y'all watched the Diddy documentary or not, but how many people was like saying that it wasn't until this documentary that they finally like believed the stuff about Diddy or seen what people was talking about. And I think that's wild crazy because, I don't know, maybe I'm just old. I was born in 93, okay? Maybe I'm just old, but it's like, I feel like the stories that we're hearing about Diddy now, we've been hearing forever. I feel like the newest thing about Diddy was that he was whooping Cassie ass and that we had actual footage of it. But outside of that, the wild parties, the weird stuff, if you ever seen that, what's that movie called? Get Him to the Greek? He was playing himself in that movie. He was playing himself. He was playing himself, and that nigga was quite literally unhinged in that movie and fucking crazy. I've been hearing the story about Tupac and Biggie my whole life. I've been hearing all of those things my entire life about that nigga. It just gave that he got a lot of power and ain't nobody finna step to him so he can do what he want. That's what it gave. But it never gave he was innocent. So I'm actually gonna go in with this e.l.f. lip lacquer. It's just a clear gloss to go on top of this because it's not glossy enough for me. So now for the final step, we are going to put on some mascara, and she is running dry, so I'm not even sure how this is gonna come out or if we're even gonna get as much as I want to get out of it. But yeah. The only other thing that, you know, in the Diddy documentary that came out that I wasn't aware of is the fact that he be throwing parties on Biggie's death date. That was weird to me. I feel like it's cultural and black culture to celebrate somebody's birthday that passed away, but on the day they died, I don't really be, you know, we might go to the cemetery or something like that, or go leave flowers or something, or remember them, but like throw an all-out party on a yacht, bitches and liquor and drink and fucking drugs, what? Like that's crazy to me. But him putting his hands on his mama or doing whatever to his mama, I already knew about all that stuff. And him getting tied up in gang stuff and trying to be like a hard nigga that wasn't really hard, I already knew that because I thought it was like known that Biggie kind of thought of him as like a square nigga. Like that Diddy wasn't never really hood, like he was like a square nigga. At least these are the things that I've heard over the years. So I don't know where everybody has been, but if you are a 90s baby, there should have been no confusion about what type of time Diddy was on. Even when like certain male celebrities was coming out in like defense of Diddy or support of Diddy, I always knew that's because they were like, you weird too. Like you into that weird stuff too. That's why you defending him. Or in case of Meek Mill, that's your boyfriend a little bit. So allegedly, girl, I don't know this to be true, but this is what the streets say. I don't know. Any man that call another man daddy, we might need to look into that. I don't know. Okay, y'all. So this is what we are giving. Very everyday soft glam. Very cutesy, very demure. Love it. So let's cut some more light on. I think this is so cute. I love the super pink blush. This is like my go-to. If I was just doing makeup to do it, like I said, I'm not trying to do a certain eye look or anything like that. This is what I would normally do. I was gonna make it a quick get ready with me, but I don't know, sometimes you get in the groove and you like, yeah, let's do it for real. You can't just give it to them dry like that. You got to get that shit wet. You feel me? Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little makeup and mess, okay? Makeup and chit chat, whatever you want to call it. But I had fun. Did you have fun? I had fun. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.